14 years ago, the Season 1 League of Legends World Championship was taking place, held as part of DreamHack Summer 2011 in a room in Sweden with a capacity of approximately 200 people. It was live streamed to the rest of the world on own.tv, hitting a peak of 210,000 concurrent viewers.
We made it to 200k, people are cheering around in the background.
This is quite a lot smaller than the World Championship taking place right now, and it was much weirder. So let's take a trip down memory lane and see how much has changed since the first ever League of Legends World Championship. As you might know if you're watching this, we're currently in the middle of a World Championship for League right now. That's why this video I've partnered up with OperaGX, the official browser of the League of Legends World Championship, to bring you exclusive, real-time loot drops during the World Final. All you have to do is tune into the finals on lolesports.com with the OperaGX browser open, and when the pop-up appears, click on it. It's that easy. OperaGX also has a built-in ad blocker and VPN, so you can watch streams in peace. In fact, even on my videos, I encourage you guys to watch with an ad blocker. The viewing experience is just infinitely better, and OperaGX makes that so easy. You can also get 2 months of their GX VPN for free, using the code EarnYourLegacy, redeemable during Worlds. On top of this, they've also got their own dedicated Riot Corner. This hub brings you an interactive directory of all the tournament matches, including a display for major events. By clicking on each day, you'll be able to see which teams are competing and when. The calendar will adjust to your time zone automatically, and by installing one of the official League of Legends mods inside of OperaGX, you'll be granted access. So you've got everything set up, but you're missing all of your bookmarks. Luckily, OperaGX has you covered with their auto import tool. You can easily import all of your previous settings with a single click. Make sure to install OperaGX using the link in the video description or pinned comment to automatically get the official League of Legends mod, unlock bonus content, and features exclusive to OperaGX users. But let's go back to Season 1. 8 teams were invited to participate: Fnatic, CLG, TSM, Against All Authority, Team Pacific, Game DDE, Zan, and Epic Gamer, which is an actual team name made even better by spelling Epic with a K instead of a C. In total, this was 3 European teams, 3 North American teams, and 2 teams from Southeast Asia. The tournament began with the teams being divided into 2 groups of 4. The winner of these groups would get to advance straight to the winners bracket semi-finals, while the last place team would get eliminated. So let's jump straight into the first game.
Hello everybody and welcome to the League of Legends, my own game, I can't say it right.
Against All Authority versus Epic Gamer was the first ever NA versus EU showdown in a world tournament. AAA were a French team consisting of Linac, Kuja, Moma, Yellowstar, and Soaz, while Epic's roster was Dyrus, Doublelift, Dandin, Solse, and Westeros. You might be wondering who played which role in these teams, and that's kind of a hard question to answer, because in the Season 1 World Championship, players would consistently switch roles and lanes. AAA start the game off quickly with a gank onto Solse in the mid lane, where he almost escapes with his life.
Looks like a gank is coming in from mid from Amumu onto Sol. Sol's taking a bit of damage, but staying alive so far. There comes Flash and a great late waste. This could be a kill if he has the mana for it. He does not yet, though. He's only at 150. Can he blue pill in time? And there's the channel. Sol's, I'm sorry, man. GG. Salsi goes down. First blood to Against All Authority.
You might be wondering what Freak meant when he said Blue Pill. Blue Pill was originally a 600 gold consumable that would teleport you back to your own fountain. It soon got reworked into a summoner spell called Recall, which was then later turned into the actual Recall that we have today that's inherent to every champion. Despite losing first blood, Epic wasted no time in responding with a quick fight on bot lane, determined to come out on top in the first ever NA versus EU clash.
You know, faster from Dandin, but oh, there's a ton of damage on a Yellowstar. Gets towards up with the tornado as well. This could actually be a kill, but if Flash is used, and can he get the one more hit? There's a silence. Can he jump in for it? Yes, he will get it. He will flash out, but Amumu is coming with advantage. Toss, and he lands it. Westeros, can he make it out? He's trying to get away from despair. He's just barely out of range, and Lina is out of mana, and he's gonna push him back. Westeros is going to live. Oh man.
With Westeros barely escaping with his life, AAA decide to test the opposite side of the map with a gank onto Dyrus' Singed, but Dandin is ready to answer.
Face check that rush there and see if Linac was still hanging around, and Dyrus needs to be a little bit careful. I think he will actually fling Soaz down behind him, but Dandin is going to come in. Oh, and Soaz is in a lot of trouble. Linac will move himself in. There's an ignite onto Soaz, who surely is going to go down in this one. No, not quite. Manages to survive. Now it's Dyrus that could be in a little bit of trouble, and here comes the ultimate from Moma. Dyrus will survive with just 50 HP. Dandin is now the one in trouble. Linac trying to get in there. He's going to go down to the tower. Oh no.
Although EG are up by a kill, AAA remain in front with a slight gold lead, and they look to extend it with one of the first ever recorded accounts of a teleport gank on bot lane in a tournament.
So AAA has the big advantage of forcing more fights than Epic can.
Oh, what a move.
There's the teleport. Amazing. That was glorious. Dan Din not in good shape. Instant kill pickup. The Amumu ultimate is not enough as Vayne gets out of the way, but yep, teleports onto a ward.
It's worth noting that teleport was far less common in Season 1, with most top laners just opting to take Ignite. The particle animation was also a lot harder to spot, which is most likely part of the reason that you can see Dan Din barely react to it coming in. As we tick over the 20-minute mark, and with AAA's gold lead extending, Epic look to make a dive onto bot lane, but they don't get out for free.
Oh, they are. They're going to come through the brush right now. Looks like there are no wards, so this could be quite scary for AAA. They're going to come through the backside, Yellow Star, and Kuja none the wiser. Here comes Vayne, knocks him into a wall, and here comes Saucy. Gets silenced by Soraka. Beautiful play there. Westrice taking a ton of damage. Darius gets a turret, but here comes the damage output. Saucy bursting down on Yellow Star. Can he get the kill? Yes. Double is super low. They're going to be okay. And here comes more damage in, and yes, that will be a kill. Dan Din taking the rest of that turret. 2 kills for nothing. Great job there, but Dyrus getting chased by Yellow Star. Can he make it out? No, he cannot. 2 crits in a row. Soaz doing a wonderful job there. Linek coming to lend the hand.
All 5 members of AAA converge onto Dyrus top lane, and a huge fight ensues, with Doublelift, despite being put on support, getting a chance to show off his mechanical potential. We also get to see some of Dyrus' personality shine through.
Here we go, Dyrus gonna get spotted, Soaz in the front, there's the Amumu Vanish Toss, Dyrus could get picked up, running away as fast as he can, looks like he will not quite die just yet, he will be safe, but a lot of flashes got used. Oh no, Dyrus, what are you doing? You're jumping back into the fight, you've gotta be careful, man. Soaz in the front, getting pushed back in the tower, beautiful play by Epic.
Amazing.
Gonna pick up Soaz. No, Dyrus though, pretty low as well, gonna blue pill back to base, and here comes more of the fight, and Linek so incredibly low, they can't quite pick that one up, they're gonna keep pushing through though, can they get the rest of this? Moma putting down the drop, oh, that was a lot of damage. There comes 1 kill, Saucy back on to Soraka, 2 more picks up, and here comes the Karthus drop, and it's gonna be no one gonna die. Oh, Amumu's back in, picks one up, gets dropped by Vayne, looks like only 1 left, Misfortune, you can't even see the health bars for half of them. Dyrus is making his way back in, still spamming /laugh.
Epic start up a Baron and manage to catch out Soaz as he comes to scout, and then, despite Doublelift's mechanical prowess in the last clip, this next one is a bit of a blunder.
Too slow.
Ooh, this is gonna be close. Will they get it in time? Put up the menu, that's good. Epic picks up Baron. Will it play? Whoa, they're gonna catch Soaz, here comes the push! They've caught him, and there comes the damage up, but no, Jonna, what are you doing? You saved him!
Looking to make up for the last play and extend their newfound gold lead, Epic look to make a pick. Instead, they end up being engaged on, leading to a crazy team fight.
They did get caught though, so they won't get that push in quite yet, but Saucy up in front is gonna get spotted. There's the Amumu Vanish Toss. Saucy, oh, not a great shape, but they've, oh, he caught Linek, and Linek in the front, taking a ton of damage. Look at that damage output. Dan Din will go down, but they're gonna kill the Amumu, and here comes the fight. Moma in front, Westrice taking some damage. Yellowstar pushing him around. Saucy not in great shape. There's the exhaust, and the Timbers drop has killed Yellowstar. Oh, only still 1 dead, but no, Westrice will go down to Soaz. There's a flash from Kuja, getting caught by Double. Can he pick up the kill? Yes, just barely. Now Saucy fighting Soaz. Saucy will drop. Oh, a beautiful tornado saved his life. He was crushing across the wall. Oh, there's the. Oh no, are you serious? Momo was channeling the ultimate, and Dyrus killed him before he could kill. You're kidding me.
With Baron about to spawn, both teams start positioning around the river looking for opportunities. That is, until the team fight is initiated by Dyrus, who just sort of runs straight through the middle of everyone.
Yo, the battle will commence almost. Dyrus taking some damage. There are more, and there we go. Dyrus in the front. Who's gonna find? He's looking like he's gonna run around for Moma right away, and the Dan Din is gonna come in there, gonna try to find Yellowstar. Yellowstar down to how Saucy in bad shape as well. Moma getting pushed back by John on Double, healing up the team. Linek taking a lot of damage, but Westrice will get the first kill. Kuja is down. Westrice doing more damage. Yellowstar will go down. Westrice is safe. Dyrus trolling around, gonna do some nice damage. Looks like, yep, there's a kill in there. Lots of damage thanks to that Karthus. Soaz will drop as well. A lot of deaths going down. Looks like 2 still alive. Only a Amumu left, and here comes Dyrus. And Dan Din chasing down. 1 kill to go. Has gotten flung, and here we go. More damage coming in. He's going to chase down. Linek will not land a bandage toss. Will not get a stun. Dyrus got to be a little bit careful. Linek has a lot of mana to keep himself alive. If he lands a bandage toss, he could kill Dyrus. Nope. A great goo right there. Linek still taking damage. Dan doing what he can. Not doing a lot of damage to this tank. Can he pick it up? There's a stun. Linek not dying. There we go. Picks it up there. Dan Din getting that 5th kill right there. Another win.
With AAA's mid inhib down, EG starts sieging the top turret. Against All Authority find an angle to engage a fight and try their best to defend.
So we're going to see maybe a push in here, some damage putting out. Ulti comes out from yellow side. As you can see, Dyrus is already in there. Did go in onto Soraka, but the main fight kicking off there in the center as we see Salsa taking down a lot of damage as well. Double lift hanging around. Soaz is trying to get himself out of that situation. Dandin running around. Ulti pop by Karthus as well. Dandin will survive. Flash is going in aggressively. Soaz just managing to hold on. Nice move from Westrise to pick up that kill. Gets himself out of range of the tower as well, and they should be able to push straight through.
Epic Gaming going 1-0 in the group, the number 2 American seed, taking down the favorites, arguable favorites of this tournament. The very first game.
Despite AAA's early lead, Epic find their way to the enemy nexus and claim victory in the first ever NA vs EU clash. But things were just getting started. Although there was a huge rivalry between NA and EU at the time, an equally large one was brewing between two of the North American teams, Epic Gamer and Team Solo Mid. TSM's roots belong back in a League of Legends blog that started in 2009 when brothers Dan Din and Andy Din, who's better known as Reginald, started the website solomid.net together whilst being part of a team called All or Nothing that existed during the game's beta. In early 2011, All or Nothing ended up disbanding due to disagreements between Dan and Andy, and the roster would fracture into two separate teams. The first lineup would become Team Solo Mid, consisting of Chaox, The Odd One, Xpecial, The Rain Man, and Reginald. The second, Epic Gamer, who we've already met. This began a rivalry between the two teams, but if they wanted to settle it, they'd have to make it out of groups first. TSM's next match was up against CLG, which consisted of Chowster, Hotshot GG, St. Vicious, Big Fat LP, and Elements. Hotshot GG specifically was quite well known for his prowess on Nidalee Top, and as a result, it was instantly banned away by TSM.
Yeah, and I feel a little bit sorry for Hotshot GG because he's never going to get to show his Nidalee skills off in any tournament ever.
The game starts off quickly with TSM forcing an early fight, but the way they prep this engage is something that, if you're newer to League, you've probably never seen before. Let me just play the fight first, and then I'll explain.
We're afraid of that Anivia gank, but here comes Alistair up to the front. He's going to find Chowster. There's a stun, and the damage output is huge because there's the exhaust. Can Chowster fall? It's one hit from dead, and yes, he's going to pick up that first blood. KX picking that one up quite nicely. Elements not able to push Cow quite back in time.
At 1 minute and 40 seconds, the golems spawn. At this point in time, the side lane minions still have a long way to go before reaching the bot lane meeting point. So, this gives Chaox and Xpecial a chance to take the golems. The ADC leaves them alive for the support to finish off, which gives them an instant level 2 before the lane is even started. This leads to an opportunity where TSM can force an engage from the bush. The game goes quiet until the 8th minute, where CLG look to make a play by setting their sights on Reginald and chaining their point and click CC, something that's very characteristic to Season 1.
This could be a very, very dead Annie. St. Vicious is going for it. Here they come. There's a flash and the ult. Here comes tons of damage output. Flash goes out, but it won't. Oh, that's some damage output.
Oh my god.
Hello. Wow.
The game slows down once again until minute 23, where a team fight breaks out in the mid lane.
As he was going to get just crushed right there. And Reginald jumping into that fight, and there is the egg for Big Fat LP. Sona Dance comes out. Looks like Anivia's going to drop first. Warwick now the next one to die, and he's getting into bad shape. Jarvan jumps onto Malzahar. Malzahar getting hurt really badly. Look at that damage output. Sona the next one up, and that is a 4-0 kill score right there. TSM completely crushing that fight.
CLG send Chowster's Corki on a split pushing mission, and he manages to get all the way to the inhibitor before TSM try to force an engage under the tier 2 tower, giving CLG a chance to get back into the game.
CLG going to get free pushes in from Corki. He will drop this turret for free. I said that 3 times in the same sentence. He has gotten the turret kill. TSM still trying to push in, but Reginald getting lower and lower, and there's still, counter initiate comes in here. There's a stun. Wow! One's dead already. They've egged Big Fat LP. Hotshot, you're going to drop down as well to Jarvan. This is going to be good on this Nivea egg. Special super low. Can they drop him down? No. He will die, and Big Fat LP going to be okay. Nocturne going to chase around Corki in the bottom of the map, but he's going to find KX. KX will drop the Big Fat LP. Now what can St. Vicious do? Can they drop down the Rain Man? Well, Wall's going to help. He's going to still push on Big Fat LP. He's getting quite low. One more spell and he's going to get this kill. And there's a flag toss, and that is the kill. Now, can he run from St. Vicious? The shield is good. He's going to keep running away. Corki's going to come around from the side, though. Off to the left. Rayman's still trying to run. He has, I believe, ghosted. And the jump across the wall will keep him alive for now. But I don't know if he's going to make it. He's going to try to suicide to a turret, I think. And he might get to... Oh, no!
The shield kept him alive.
The shield kept him alive and gave away the suicide.
TSM start looking to find a pick in CLG's jungle, but their plans are stopped after being spotted by Clairvoyance.
Now, but they are just only a screen apart. Savid is standing on a ward, so they know he's there, and they're going to come around the backhand side. They've been Clairvoyance, but still.
Clairvoyance was a really popular summoner spell for supports back in Season 1. It's almost identical to the current version of Blue Trinket, with the exception being that it was global. With Chowster's Corki still relentlessly split pushing, TSM are forced to engage yet another fight under a tower.
And Corki might be able to do a lot of work there, but Hydra getting picked up almost immediately. Nocturne will get that kill, but he's in the middle of the enemy team. Saint Vicious getting jumped on by Jarvan. Will flash backwards. He's going to be maybe okay. No, Vayne will crush that kill. Alistair putting out tons of damage. Big Fat LP going to get egged right there.
Amazing.
And ow. 4 kills for nothing.
And it will be TSM who pick up their first victory here in Round B, in Group B, over a big rival for them, CLG.
This one works out well for them, and they end up taking the game. The next match on Epic's card was against Fnatic, the European team. This game, Epic chose to avoid picking any AD carries, instead putting Double Lift on Lee Sin with his support Dyrus on Soraka. Both Dyrus and Double Lift were players that could flex between multiple roles, and in these games you'll see Dyrus play ADC, support, and also what he's most well known for, top lane. Fnatic, consisting of Cyanide, Melisande, Xuxe, Xpeke, and Lamia, pick up first blood by stacking their entire team inside of a bush.
On this one, I don't know if the other team knows this. It looks like they could walk right into him. Lee Sin could be the first one here. Double Lift walking right into the bush. He will face check this, and he could be going down. He is absolutely going down.
Wow.
The first hill to come out before a minute of the game, and Fnatic starts this one off letting.
Both teams pick up some kills, but Fnatic take the lead early on, with Xuxe's AP Alistar top picking up an early solo kill on Westrice's Akali.
Tarek returning from base with a Heart of Gold and a Fairy Tail. Oh, and let's see if Xuxe can do enough damage to Westrice. Yes, and with a wonderful bandage shots there, no, actually the bandage shots on Xuxe, of course, and it wasn't enough to stop him. The damage was done. And is Dandin gonna go down? And no, there's not enough time left on Xuxe's ultimate.
Xuxe's AP Alistar top pick continues to pay dividends, and Fnatic start to pull ahead.
You know, if XP was playing this this way, and it would look quite different. But well, we have what we have.
Indeed.
Oh, Westrice, that might have been a little bit optimistic of you there. Yeah. Oh yeah. I think that should be a dead Akali finally. Come on, get the polarize in. Wow, that was close. Oh wow, if he had not used his ultimate, he would have been there.
The game begins to slow down until around the 22-minute mark, where Fnatic finds Solsei out of position and initiate a teamfight.
Knowing where to use Tempest.
Vladimir so out of position. He is so out of position, and he does not have. He didn't even bring a flash, so not much he could do there in the teamfight. Miss Fortune channeling Akali, jumping on her immediately. Everybody turning to Akali, obviously trying to defend the carry. Carry now coming back into the game. They're diving into the turret, and they seem to get away with it actually. Cyanide. I mean, Akali was stunned, but she was already in her shroud.
A few minutes later, Fnatic's strategy of waiting in bushes pays off once again, as they find Dan Din, the older brother of former TSM mid laner Reginald, wandering into the river.
And the Nevermore comes out. They know they're there. Looks like Dan Din will execute with the Amumu all of being pulverized up. Huge damage coming out of the hands of Xuxe. Double Lift taking a lot of damage. Can he get out in time? He does flash. Westrice still alive, and he may be able to do a good amount of damage, but it's only a one focused player damage, and he may go down in this fight. He was able to get out with the Shroud. A quick bump. The Dazzle on, and he's stunned away. He will go down in this situation if they can get another headbutt, and they do. Transfusion onto Xuxe. Salsi trying to focus somebody here. He was able to take down one. There it is on Xuxe, and it looks like he's getting more. Able to take down another. Swain falls as well. 4 down right now for Fnatic.
Just as a side note, Solsei was fairly notorious for his Vladimir play around this time, boasting a 95% win rate on the champion. Epic turned their attention toward the next dragon. Keep in mind at this point, there wasn't any dragon buffs in the game. All you got was some global gold.
Around there, maybe forcing a fight here. They're all 5 members of Epic, possibly grabbing their second dragon of the game. Dragon spawns every 6. Were they able to get it? And I believe that went to...
looks like it. I believe that went to Fnatic.
Indeed. And we have this team fight going on. It looks like Valor going down quite quickly. Saul's able to take him down. It looks like MF was again forced to flash out of the fight instead of give her team the support damage that they need. And it looks like they will both go down. Again, Westrice able to take one down, as well as Salsi, I believe.
Epic decide to pick up Baron and try to force a push down mid lane.
There were 3 minions. You got 6 shots coming up. And we do see a team fight coming down to Mumu with the ultimate, as well as Never Move coming out of the hands of Swain. Lamia taking a lot of damage, but he's able to stay in this fight for the longest one as he has possibly yet. And a lot of people going on. Double Lift taking down Tarek. Melisande falls to the ground. Double Lift going down by the hands of Shushay and his very powerful Alistar. And Westrice on to Lamia as well. An ace coming out of the hands of Epic very nicely there as they're able to take down possibly another turret. A Mumu possibly having enough health to tank down this one as well.
The old Baron buff also worked a bit differently. Instead of the effects that it gives now, like empowered recall, buffing minions, better home guards, and so on, you'd just receive some gold and a flat buff to your AP and AD. This wasn't quite enough to close out the game, but after one more team fight, Epic are able to set their sights on the Nexus.
Yeah, this really stops them from being able to do anything, breaking the Banshee's Veil onto Jarvan, so his ultimate will work. Absolutely melted. Swain goes down by the hands of Salsi. Oh no, Epic Double Lift was able to get that one in his favor. A lot of damage being done right now to Melisande. Tarek also falls. The ulti coming out of MF was just walked around by the other team. Very good job by Salsi. And it's only Jarvan alive by himself, running for his fountain. It looks like Epic will be able to take down Fnatic in their last match of the day.
Fnatic go down in this game, but it's not even close to being the end of their tournament. Back in Group B, the other European team, Game DDE, consisting of Rake, Candy Panda, Xylor, Kevin, and Nif, went down to both TSM and CLG, but they did manage to win their game against the Singaporean team Zan. Interestingly enough though, Zan didn't go winless. In fact, the one game where they absolutely destroyed was against TSM. This game was supposed to be so one-sided that it didn't even have any shoutcasters. In fact, the only footage of this game online just has no sound at all. It was, of course, one-sided, just probably not in the direction that most people had assumed it would be. Zan's mid laner, Axion, picked up an early solo kill onto Reginald's Vladimir. From there, he just kept going. By 11 minutes into the game, he had 4 kills and 0 deaths. His team played around him, he kept getting kills, and this translated into dragons, and in the end, TSM were annihilated, 4 kills to 17. Back in Group A, the French team against All Authority is going up against Fnatic in an EU versus EU showdown. Cyanide's Amumu paths top, looking for an early gank onto Soaz's Gragas, but things go, well, not as expected.
Amumu not even going to drop a ward. Is going to get behind Soaz. PK's got to be careful, jumps onto a barrel and dies to Ignite. What are you doing, bro? He just jumped onto that.
Almost immediately after this, we see a fight break out in the bot lane, with a cancelled auto attack almost resulting in a lost kill.
Yeah, and actually Cyanide, when he went in to try and put some pressure onto Soaz, even managed to banish toss his way in onto a minion. Down at bottom, you can see Yellow Star going very, very low, and it will be Lamia who actually finishes it off, but also fairly low in here. And we see the flash from Kuja. Lamia will actually escape that one with 56 health remaining.
Immediately after this, with no time to spare, a fight breaks out in the mid lane, with Shushay showing some nice movement. However, we also get a nice look into what the production at Worlds looked like 14 years ago, with the casters being a little bit out of sync.
Have that damage output. Lamia is still hanging around there though, and we are going to see a little bit of action kicking off in middle. There is Ignite onto Linak. Is he going to survive? 20 health. Good flashing from Shushi, and that will be the kill moment. Just out of range there.
Meanwhile in the top lane, Soaz with 2 kills worth of gold begins to really turn up the pressure on Xpeke's Vladimir.
37 minions, we can see tons of last hits on all sides, and he's going to push PK into that turret, taking a lot of damage right there, and the body slam. Oh, it's going to be close, and there's the barrel. He's not going to quite land it, but he jumps right back in there, picking up that kill. Great play by Soaz, 3-0.
If we stop and take a look at the CS of each of the players in this game, it really shows you how much the game has evolved over time. These numbers are probably something you'd expect to see in a silver or a gold game these days, not in the World Championship. Not a whole lot happens until the next Dragon, where Against All Authority started up, looking to net their team a bit of global gold, but Fnatic have no intention of letting them get it for free.
The wall comes out from Anivia, beautiful play there. They're going to keep on this, but they're still getting into range. This is going to be really close. Yellow Star is still taking all the damage from that Dragon. Kuja getting pushed back by Misfortune. It's getting lower and lower. Who's going to pick it up? Looks like AAA will get the Dragon kill, and they're going to move on. They have made XPK dance. We will fail their dancing quite a little bit as Vladimir. Damage coming out on the moment. PK getting lower and lower. Will he die to Ash? He heals himself again, but Ash will pick up that kill. Misfortune pushing back onto the enemy team. Looks like they're going to be just barely okay there, but more damage coming in from Fnatic. They're going to try to pick up onto Linak, and that will happen.
Xpeke, trying to scrounge up what little farm he could, is met by not only Soaz's Gragas, but more than half of AAA waiting around the corner for him.
And so they really, they forced a lot of damage. Oh, but PK getting caught right there. The damage output is huge. He will flash and pull, and Soaz says, nah, I'm going to kill you instead. Great shot there We will fail there. Great job by Soaz.
This extends AAA's lead to 4 kills, with Xpeke himself being 0-5 in only his second game of Worlds. AAA move up mid lane to try and press their advantage, with Anivia's Wall proving to be a far stronger ability 14 years ago when only a single champion in the game has some sort of dash.
Oh, arrow. Went straight up the middle. Melisande once again is going to find himself in trouble. That wall from Momo has been just perfect every time we've seen it go down. It's in the right place.
As the game ticks over the 34-minute mark, AAA start looking for ways to end the game, and so they turn their attention towards Baron. What they weren't expecting was for Fnatic to find their strength and fight back.
Will against Authority hold on to it? It certainly looks like it. Are they going to get the steal? Kuja actually goes down. Against Authority did get that Baron buff. Arrow missed there by Ashe, and this could be very dangerous. Linak is going to fall. Momo's not exactly healthy either. And Momo will be dropped down to the egg. I'm assuming they're going to finish that one off. Yes, they will.
This fight closes the kill gap to only 1. However, AAA still hold a significant gold advantage stemming from a 7-turret lead. So, they begin their siege on the only remaining inhibitor turret on the map, but Fnatic aren't ready to go down without a fight.
But they're not obviously in a position to go for it, and that's an interesting move from Cyanide. He will initiate that fight, and Brand ulti comes out as well. We Will Failure is going to be down low. He needs to be very careful. Decides to flash his way out. Just about gets away. Not quite though. Melisande in trouble as well. There goes the wall. Cyanide will fall with a Mumu. Ultimate came out from Lamia, but this the inhibitor surely going to be the target here in a second. They're going for the kills. There goes Misfortune, and obviously there is pressure now on both of these Nexus turrets. In fact, they're both down. The Nexus is now going to be the main focus, and we are going to see against All Authority picking up this game and their first victory.
With all the group stage games completed, this is where the teams currently stand. Epic Gamer and TSM leave their groups in first place, allowing them to advance straight into the semi-finals of bracket play and leaving North America in a strong position. AAA and CLG leave in second place, giving them the small advantage of playing their next games against the opposite group's third seed, and Team Pacific and Team Zan, despite giving it their all, are eliminated. Against All Authority being the favourites against Team DDE, win their first match and end the second with a convincing team fight.
But again, it's the tanks in front, which means so little for these guys, and the damage output is huge. Looks like Rake will go down, Candy Panda extremely low as well, Malzahar getting a lot of damage, and he will in fact drop. Looks like Nif, one of the last few alive, he is the only one left here. AAA will pick him up completely easily. This is going to be a dead inhibitor, 5v0, great fight from against All Authority.
This advances them into the next round of playoffs, while Game DDE are dropped, but still get to fight for 5th place depending on the outcome of the next game, Fnatic versus CLG. The series is tied up at 1-1, and both teams are fighting to remain in the tournament. It's clear that both teams are feeling the higher stakes, as at the 12-minute mark, not a single kill has been registered on the board. That is, until the first dragon fight of the game.
Oh, look at that, Dragon's doing too much damage, and I think, oh god, is Silent gonna go down? And he goes down!
First blood. Continuing the fight, a great ult from Sona. Looks like they may be able to take down St. Fishes as well. Will he get away? The Ash arrow does not crit enough. Can she get a volley through the wall? And she's stopped by a Caitlyn trap. Beautiful placement by Caitlyn there with that last trap. Ash just loves cupcakes way too much. And he does go down by the Gragas barrel. However, Shushay coming up very big on the assist one.
Also, can we just take a minute to appreciate all these items that are being built right now? Philosopher's Stone, Heart of Gold, Hextech Revolver, Wriggle's Lantern, and even the old icons for Rod of Ages and Pinkwater there. But anyway, both teams start congregating towards the top side of the map, but there's just one problem for Fnatic. They're sitting on a ward, and they have no idea.
This push, and that could go really, really bad for Fnatic right now. If CLG take that proper tipper initiative, and there it is. Oh, wow!
Exactly what Fnatic needed, or did not need at that point in time. CLG able to get a huge amount of damage out. And it looks like the chase going down to Xpeke. Does he dodge the never move? And he does actually. He gets out alive. Swain able to make it. They're able to, however, take out one more up top. Caitlyn falls to the ground. A 2v1 situation. Does Shushay have enough to move out? Going into the bush and flashing out. And a blood scent from Warwick. Swain coming back in. Has enough mana to ult and can definitely do some damage if they turn around and want to fight in that one.
Despite a rough start to the tournament, Fnatic begin to find their footing and mount a considerable gold lead. CLG sniff out the possible Baron attempt, and so Fnatic are forced to try and find a fight.
Do have the clairvoyance so they can quickly make the assumption and check it out if they need to. It looks like they're all going to go back to mid. Get this push down. That's huge amount of damage on Caitlyn, taking half of her health. Tibbers goes down, and they're not able to take out anybody with that. I think that was a misclick by the hands of Elements as he threw down Tibbers in the middle of the lane out of nowhere.
With their recently acquired Baron buff, Fnatic start sieging the bot lane tier 2 tower. Feeling their World Championship run beginning to slip away, CLG try to start a fight out of desperation.
XPK really not worried about wasting mana at this point. Tibber goes down and it does have the stun as they focus on Shushay. Quite tanky. They will be able to take down St. Vicious. Warwick falls. Chowster taking a lot of damage as he comes out of the Sanguine pool. He will go down as well. Hotshot GG falls to the hands of Shushay. That is 3, 4, and the ace is down. And ladies and gentlemen, Fnatic able to push CLG back to the 5th place game.
Off the back of this ace, Fnatic are able to end the game, securing their place in the next round of playoffs against Epic Gamer. Meanwhile, on the other side of the bracket, Against All Authority are about to go up against TSM in one of the craziest series of the entire tournament. Game 1 kicks off quickly, with TSM opting for an early invade.
And they may be able to get him. There comes the Incinerate coming out of the hands of Andy. The Ice Ball coming out of the hands of Nunu, who is able to flash over the wall, but both of them flash to go after him, and they will be able to grab the first blood.
The odd one picks up an Oracle's Elixir. This was an old consumable that cost 400 gold, but it would grant vision of all invisible units. The one catch? If you die, it's gone, and you don't get the gold back. The game's relentless pace continues, and a tower dive in the top lane goes horribly wrong.
Looks like they could be going for Vlad up top here. The Gatling missing. A few of the alts hitting there. They will ult on, or flash onto him, and the ult. The Absolute Zero popped a little bit early. The Ignite on, however, and he will be able to live here, but he is forced away from his turret. The Transfusion to give him a little bit back as we see Anivia and Amumu trying to make their way up top. It looks like they could be getting the Vlad kill if they decide to go for it, but that would mean they would lose both lanes, and Odd One is not trying to lose his Oracle right now. Walled in, but on the wrong side. Can they get the ice onto him? Not enough damage. Does the Ignite proc? And it will. MoMA goes down. The Oracle is lost, so that's 400 gold plus the kill in favor of MoMA. And Anivia is definitely somebody you want to get those kills. A huge amount of damage coming out of the hands of Reginald, and we see an ultimate from Edisauz. Will he be able to do more damage? Yes, KX will also go down.
Both teams continue trading back and forth, with neither side being able to gain a considerable advantage. That is, until AAA begins sieging TSM's base, and the American side decides that enough is enough.
Take a lot of damage from Andy. Probably get a quick tick, or not from Andy rather, but from the Nivea, I should say. The arrow coming in. One dropped already. Amumu goes down, so the tank will not be able to help in this fight. They're also able to take down Vladimir there, and it does not look good as MoMA gets himself stuck in a bad pickle. He goes down the pulverize from Xpecial. MoMA in egg form. Yellow Star getting Cataclysm by Jarvan. Rainman trying to get this kill. Looks like they will be able to steal a red buff there, and they may be able to ace the team. Sona makes it out alive, however, and says, I'm going to keep my Oracles. Bye, guys.
As we tick past the 47-minute mark, Baron spawns on the map once again, and both teams fight for space around it. But instead of a team fight, we get something else entirely.
And as well as the Vlad ult. We'll see if they can get that to go in this one. It could be a forced Baron fight here. Nobody's actually going to go for it, but this is really for the right to have Baron. And it seems that TSM is like, you know what? They're pushed. Let's fly through their base. You know what? Against All Authority is thinking the same exact thing. Who can backdoor faster? And actually, this is pretty much just going through the front door.
And I think that's the base race that AAA is going to lose very, very handily here. Yeah, are they actually going to go for it? Are they going to go for it? Wow, no way. No way. Oh, wow.
Nexus turrets are almost down. The top is down. TSM going through one turret. AAA going through one turret as well. And we're going to have to see who pulls this one out. It looks like it's going to be TSM as they do get the Nexus to go down. Wow. Very nice gameplay there. Kuja trying to get the Sona all down to stop the entire attack from TSM, but it was not enough time.
Game 2 starts out as the complete opposite of Game 1. 19 minutes in, and there's still only one kill on the board. But all of that changes after this next fight. The floodgates begin to open, and there's just one problem. Nobody can kill Soaz's Warwick.
Nocturne says, hey, I am out of this one. The ultimate goes down. That is going to blank out the visibility for AAA at this point in time. The Nunu wall channeling, a lot of damage being done. Jarvan able to get his ultimate off, but it looks like the damage is just kind of going back and forth right now. Nobody's really able to focus anybody down. Rainman takes down Linak on bottom. Nunu falls to the ground. Janna also goes down. The suppression going down onto Aurelia, and she still comes up with a kill onto Yellow Star. Corki falls to the ground in the hands of Yellow Star. Chaos still alive, but he goes down finally MoMA taking him down with the Malefic Visions, and it's going to be 4 members of TSM up after this fight, after spreading out that team of AAA. Going for Warwick with a great flash to get the kill, and that is one of my favorite things. If you know you're going down, do as much damage as you can. Null Zone going down from the hands of MoMA, trying to deter the team to stop attacking Warwick, and Jarvan sees the HP on MoMA and just wants that bait so bad, and he could have got himself killed. The fear now to Warwick, and they just cannot do enough damage to him right now with the amount that he's stealing. The blue buff on his cooldowns allows him to do it so much quicker, and he's just such a force to be reckoned with. He knows he can't be fought. He's going for Jarvan. What is he doing right now? He is absolutely setting up a class for these guys, taking them to school. It's just like, you cannot touch me. This is the clinic I'm putting on. Blue buff Warwick, how's it going? He could be feared within that turret range. Nobody has any mana, and this is why he's playing like this. They're not really able to take that damage down. It looks like during this, AAA is able to take down the dragon, so after respawning, they kind of get up, gain a little bit of money, and this is absolutely the most ballsy Warwick I have ever seen. So's playing a great job, and like you said, So's playing an amazing Warwick. I'm going to give that up to him right there. That is knowing your character and your opponent.
A couple of fights go the way of TSM, and for a minute, it looks like AAA's tournament run is done. Down almost 10k gold, 6 kills, and with no way out, their dreams look all but over. That is, until this fight.
The flag of Jarvan, and they're going to get a little bit of extra attack on that. I don't know if they're going to initiate on the fight here. You see Aurelia coming in strong. They're taking a lot of damage from Corki. Wow! Corki doing so much damage. Yellow Star able to put out that DPS, and a lot falling. It's going to be KX going down to the ground, one of the tankier characters right now. The odd one falling, not looking good for TSM in this fight. Great focus coming out of the hands of Against All Authority, and they're able to take down 2 without losing 1. A very nice job by Against All Authority on that fight. And Jarvan will fall, still following Zilean. They do not care about that. Nunu is going to be able to take multiple turret shots, but Zilean using those buffs to help him. There's going to be a dazzle there onto, it went to Warwick, and that was really where the damage was coming from. A quick consume, and they're going to be able to take down this turret.
At the 53-minute mark, Against All Authority managed to scrape together 3 kills in a team fight, and just like that, they've done the impossible. All tied up at 1-1, and with everything on the line, Soaz picks up first blood on Rumble, going into Reginald's Vladimir as AAA opt to swap their mid and top lane, and vice versa for this match.
Taking a lot of damage, and he could go down, flinging him out. He does get flashed onto. It looks like Vlad goes down in middle by the hands of Soaz as we were watching top.
With the game pretty much even, Against All Authority start to push down mid, and Soaz begins to make a name for himself on the Rumble pick.
But they don't know where the wards are. Wow, KX taking a lot of damage from the ultimate of Rumble. Reginald still making his way in with Vladimir using the pool quite early as he gets stunned down there a little too early, and it looks like the stun for the ultimate rather from Sona, a very good job.
AAA are determined to make the most of their man advantage, and they instantly turn their attention towards Baron. However, TSM have no intention of giving it up for free.
And they see the 3 surviving members of Team TSM coming for them. But what is going to happen here? There's an Amumu ulti catching the Raymond, but that's not the man that you want to catch right now. Lina getting very low, Baron still up, still attacking people. Soaz trying to put some damage out on the Raymond. The Raymond, I guess, finally going down. And wow, in the midst of all that, AAA picking up the Baron and picking up 2 kills. Amazing.
Very destructive fight by TSM to go in with 3v5, hoping that Baron would really act as their 4th member in that one, but just so much burst heal coming out of Soda. Caitlyn being caught off guard. KX right in the ultimate, does not have a flash up, a quick bandage toss.
With a Baron-empowered team, Against All Authority begin their siege, and TSM are forced to make their last stand.
Going to be able to shut that down. Another minion wave coming up behind him. Rainman looking to initiate again. It all goes down. He throws down the adhesive, and the Vlad also goes down, proccing on 2 of the AAA members Against All Authority, looking to take some damage. Sona with a good burst heal. Looks like they will be able to drop Rainman. KX also falls. This could be the final push for it, and it looks like AAA will be the first team going into the winner's bracket here. The semifinals of the Season 1 Championship for League of Legends here.
This win secures AAA a spot in the semi-finals, where they'll face the winner of Epic vs Fnatic. Meanwhile, the loser of that matchup will drop down into the losers bracket, where they'll face TSM to fight for their tournament lives. Despite Fnatic's shaky start to the tournament, in this series against Epic, they've clearly started to gain some momentum. In Game 1, Fnatic had amassed themselves a huge lead by the 30-minute mark, with 14 kills to Epic's 2.
Great chance here at this final push. They've killed 3 members, and there's actually the surrender vote as well. The first game will go to Fnatic.
They run straight through the base, and the game ends without Epic taking a single tower. As we get into the second game, it seems like one of these teams is taking the games a bit less seriously than the other.
And here are with the Fnatic dance party by their inhibitor. Look at everyone /D.
Xuxe on his iconic AP Alistar pick looks to get some harass on Malzahar under tower. However, a few shots later, he begins to regret his choices.
Alistar versus versus Malz. He takes 2 turret shots for that. I think that was a mistake because he has a lot of mana so he can heal himself up, but still I think a bit of a mistake there. And here comes Dandin in from the side. Xuxe's flash looks like it is down for 3 more seconds. The Ice Blast comes out. Will that be first blood? Yes, it will. Salty picking that one up. Great shot by Dandin.
Fnatic turn their attention towards Dragon, until one of their members mysteriously disappears from the Dragon Pit. This then turns into one of the most Season 1 teamfights that I have ever seen.
So actually, they are going for Dragon. That is the actual. You were correct on that one. It was not for the gank. They have spotted this, but it might go down too quickly. It looks like no one can really help that one out. That is a very fast Dragon. Great play. Oh, the Blitzcrank pull onto Karthus. Karthus might go down right here. Can they get the rest of this? Looks like the kill on Dragon did go to Cyanide, but he is super low right now. Double will pick up that kill with the ultimate, and they're going to now move on to Lamia Zealot, taking a little bit of damage there. Xuxe has been exhausted, and there's the ult onto Lamia Zealot, the full channel ult from Nunu. Can he drop down? Yes, he will. And Double Lift now going to try to do what he can against Xuxe. The ult has timed out. He will flash the wall. Oh, the pull almost grabbed him, but Westrace picks up the kill onto Karthus, and they are still moving down 4-0 the kill score. The channel off, and that will be a not dead Double Lift with 50 health. Oh, great play, Epic.
With the next dragon spawning, Epic turn towards it, looking for a chance to extend their gold lead. Fnatic, however, aren't willing to let them get away with it for free, and once again, Xuxe shows that his AP Alistar is a force to be reckoned with.
Jarvan is close by. He's got to be careful about the smites. Can he get it? Yes, he will get the smite and consume in time. Epic will pick up that dragon kill. They have now split those, and here we go. The damage output is pretty huge on Cyanide FI again, who's under far by being a jungler, and Double F could get a pull if it's coming off cooldown pretty soon. Xuxe pushing around Dandin. Great play there. Dan is actually out of mana. He's got to be careful about this. He's still staying in the front, and Sal's getting found by XPK, but PK taking a ton of damage. Browser getting the ultimate off, and yes, they will get the kill onto Karthus. The ultimate is coming out from Cyanide, though. The damage huge onto Westrace. Westrace will go down. Double Lift trying to win array right now, and it's a 1 kill apiece. Double Lift, though, not in great shape, takes a heal, but they've got to be careful because here comes the flash, here comes the Jarvan flag toss, and Double Lift taking some damage, but Malzahar saying, no thanks, we're going to pick up a kill instead. Oh, the Blitzcrank pull is huge, but Dandin goes down anyway to Alistar.
Double Lift's Trinity Force Blitzcrank is starting to come online, but Xuxe is determined to not let him have all the spotlight.
If they're not careful. Actually, they're going to go for the engage. And we see Dandin go fairly low there. Are Fnatic going to follow it up? Yes, they are. They kind of split target. And here we see Xuxe go charging on through the wall. Double Lift is now starting to do all his damage. Karthus is going to be chasing after Westrise. And Double Lift is continuing to push in there. Cyanide is going to fall. It was Double Lift who grabbed the kill in the end. And it's not looking good, this fight whatsoever for Fnatic. The push comes in onto Westrise, healed up, no problem. Lamia is now surely going to be the target that's going to go down. Obviously the ulti from Karthus coming around as well. Dandin has finished off Lamia, and it is a 3-2 kill. And, well, Xuxe and Melisande are still there. Dandin is going to go down, is he? No, he's not. Xuxe is running the other way around, and Xuxi's running into a horrible, horrible death. Is he? No, wow. He's not. He's going to go in onto Salz. That was an amazing move from Xuxe, but, well, he's going to die. I just didn't quite expect that from him. I mean, he couldn't quite catch up to Dandin. His path was all kind of weird. In between the action, we get this heartfelt moment from Freak as the stream breaks a huge viewership milestone.
We made it to 200K. People are cheering around in the background. Thank you so much, everybody. The crowd cheering for us as well. Oh, thank you so much. 200,000 viewers concurrent on this stream. I am ear to ear smiling, not just because we might see a game 3, but because this is so successful. Thank you so much for being a part of this, and plus it's a Blitzcrank competitive play. I love seeing oddball champions out there.
Epic, empowered by Baron, look to make a play for the enemy base. However, some really nice play from the side of Fnatic ensures they aren't going down just yet. Also, check out the knock-up from Xuxe.
Ice Blast, and here they go into that push. The pull will not quite land, but Dan's still in the front, but he gets his ultimate pretty much canceled out immediately. Unfortunately there for Dan, but he plays so incredibly aggressively. Shusha getting knocked around, pops the ultimate. Saucy in bad shape, takes a heal from Soraka, but still getting pushed around. Ash doing a ton of damage, Jarvan as well. They might take a ton of deaths here. Bubble Lift in the front, can he pick up PK? Will not actually, but Westrice will. And Alistair getting pushed around, but a ton of kills coming in. Looks like Epic might lose almost everyone here. They've only picked up one. Dan will flash across the wall. They've lost two for that one. Jarvan chasing him down though. He might pick up that kill, and Shusha will do the work. Wow, that is a 3-for-1.
With Baron back on the map, and both sides neck and neck in kills and gold, everyone's looking for a pick. But both sides get maybe a little bit too keen.
But actually, Saucy a little bit too aggressively, gonna get picked up by Shusha, and yes, he will. Shusha putting out a ton of damage. Saucy gonna pull back with that silence out there, but he's been caught. Westrice is here. He's gonna get pushed up against the wall. The ultimate comes off, but I don't know if it's gonna be enough. The ultimate is out. Oh, and there's a new ult as well. Are they gonna get Shusha? Are they gonna get Ash? Looks like they might pick up one. They might pick up two, but Janna with a great ult is gonna save Ash. She's still not going down. Westrice, can he pick that one up? Yes, with a tumble they will. That is 3 kills in a row. 25 seconds for the first revive. Melisande now taking damage from Westrice, still pushing in there with tumble. The tornado comes in doing a lot of damage and pushing them back, but they still have the chance. Tumble comes in again, doing more and more damage to Melisande. Silver Bolts might proc again. There is the pull, and Melisande probably going to go down this time. Will they get this kill? Yes, they will. One surviving member.
Fnatic finally get a chance to show some aggression, wasting no time at all breaking down the inhibitor turret. But some nice play from the side of Epic keep the game alive.
You know, Soraka's Wish is hitting values not too much higher than that. There we go, Dandin in the front, taking a lot of AoE damage, but he has channeled the ultimate. That's going to be a really strong one. Silent FI in the front, taking damage. Melisande pops the ultimate, but I don't know who's going to die first. Looks like Shusha has killed the turret, but the deaths have not just yet happened. Double Lift getting kind of low. Looks like PK is the first to die. As always, Westrice not in good shape. Gets the heal from Soraka, will keep alive just barely. Lemmy's out, they'll pick up the kill on Saucy. Dyrus now going to drop down as well. This is looking very, very good for Fnatic. They picked up two. The pull in on Dan, going to be pretty hurtful. Dyrus is down. Shusha is next, though. They have picked up that kill. It's going to be a 3v3 right now. Can they get enough damage? Westrice definitely going to be able to spam out a lot of damage. Melisande trying to run away, going to take a lot of damage here. Can Devil push on through? One more hit, and they will pick up Melisande.
Despite being rebuffed in the last fight, Fnatic find themselves in control of yet another Baron. With the momentum fully in their favor, they try one final push for the enemy Nexus.
That's going to be dangerous. So Double Lift now in the front. Does lose his Banshees. PK going to take some damage. Here we go into the fight. Look who's going to take the damage. Well, it's Dan. He pops the ultimate. PK is going to go down first, as every single time has happened. Double Lift going to take an arrow to the face, but that's not a really big deal. Dan getting a little bit hurt. He's going to be fine. The Wish comes out. Looks like Westrice taking the pain right now. Takes the stun, and there's a Demacia yell. Sign of FI going to pick up that kill. Looks like Lemmy Azelt will not go down to Double Lift, so that is 2 kills to 1. The inhibitor is back down, and they're now down onto the turrets. This could be Fnatic to take this game. The one turret is down. Dan up in the front. The 2 turrets are down. They're now on to the Nexus. Will it be an EU winner bracket final? Looks like it will. Fnatic will win this series.
Just like that, Fnatic are through to the winners bracket finals, and Epic are forced down into the losers bracket, where a North American rivalry is about to find its victor. Epic versus TSM. This match is a grudge match, but it's also so much more than that. The winner of this series gets to progress forward, and they'll still have a chance to win the whole tournament. TSM pick a fight early with the teleport into bot lane and manage to convert this into a very early tower.
Trice goes home to buy. Let's see what he's gonna buy for himself. And yeah, double Doran's plates.
Ooh.
That makes it. Oh, I missed a
down
first
the
blood.
bottom. Yes, indeed. Reginald's drawn first blood onto Janna. And that is a very early tower at 8 minutes and 30 seconds.
Shortly after, Xpecial finds the enemy mid laner on a walk through the river, and things very quickly turn into a team fight.
Go through the jungle. It looks like Alistar Xpecial pushing in here. He does find one. He dodges. The null zone going down. He will not get silenced, but he does get suppressed here by Saucy. Will they be able to take down Xpecial? He's going to get the pulverize up, and he comes around, puts himself in the bush to block the vision, and they may be able to get this dropping Timbers out of Double Lift, and he will be able to take him down. Another Q coming out of the hands of Reginald. Saucy looks like he will fall, flashing away. He has no mana to help himself. Maybe get a silence down to assist his team in this fight. Dan also expending the flash, and it looks like they will be silenced right there to kind of slow down this team fight.
Epic start up the dragon looking to net themselves a bit of extra gold, but as Solsay starts to walk down, he finds an unexpected cow in the bush.
Oh, Epic is setting up for a dragon. That could get them back into the game. TSM sees Salsi here. Salsi available for a kill.
Wow.
Ghosting in. Wow, Chaos Command going over the wall. Salsi exhausted and surely going down here. Yes, very nice. And that is the... They're still going for dragon though. Wow, and no, they did not see the dragon, but Nuno goes down, and that was not worth it. Wow, Westrice fails to jump over. Dustin managed to jump, fails to flash over, I was going to say.
The game quickly begins spiraling out of control for Epic as TSM find kill
Wow, he jumps in with the ultimate.
Oh, Reginald, very nice job.
Nice.
After kill,
Almost. Oh, especially going in for the power rise. Flash, Annie coming in from behind. Does she have a stun up? She does not yet have a stun up yet. Oh, that damage is enough. Death is the best stun in the game, it's a fact.
after kill.
Oh, and Tristana going in there, super aggressive against Reggie. But Reggie doesn't take any damage from him, and he's like, oh yeah, I'll kill you before you kill me. That was just enough damage there, wow.
In no time at all, TSM find themselves with a 21 kill lead and end the first game in decisive fashion. Moving straight away into game 2, it only takes 4.5 minutes for TSM's Teemo pick to pay off.
Don't ever
Up
outjump.
top, we got Steyer's taking a lot of damage. It could be first blood here. The flash in by Teemo, and it is going to be the fling. He did not save himself.
Almost immediately after, Reginald looks to solo invade his brother in the jungle. Despite pulling the only gold cards of his career, he still finds himself in trouble.
He saw Dandin at the red buff, and he's going in. He cannot steal the buff. Dandin has smite, but he can try to kill him.
Oh, wow.
And get the
Damage
double
being
buff
returned.
But is he going to be able to have a damage to kill him there, actually? Oh, God.
Oh,
this is getting low. And
Reginald taking a ton of damage. Double buff. Does he want to go back into it? He does not have vision. He goes to his other card, and Westrice coming out of nowhere. Will the attack be able to go down? And Reginald falls to the hands of Westrice.
As if coming for revenge, Dan Din looks for a gank on his brother in the mid lane. Together with Annie, they drop some serious burst damage.
And there's a gank coming in as a Mumu is trying to get the advantage. No, just go straight for the ulti on Reginald. And wow, Reginald getting a taste of the tippers there.
Rain Man turns his attention towards the tower, looking to take full advantage of his temporarily empty lane. Darius has other plans, but TSM are ready with a response.
Lane, guys, I'm up here doing what I do. I'm Teemo, I'm adorable. So we're going to see him being back now as Darius begins to come into the lane. That W of Teemo. Oh, juked in the lane. Bushes, can't see me. I'm going to run by. Oh, just getting out of range of the flip. No, he does catch him because the ultimate is going to give him a little bit more speed. Will he be able to do what he can? The ultimate coming down from Dan Din. Looks like they will be able to drop the Rain Man here. The damage being done by a full proc absolute zero. Dan Din falls. A very nice job coming in by the hands of TSM.
Both teams remain relatively well matched until a teamfight in TSM's jungle begins to open the game up.
They can do as they move into the jungle, feeling very confident about this. 10 seconds to really initiate on something. The Ash volley coming through. Will they focus on the Nunubot here? He does have to have his Banshee's Veil broken, and everybody just gets away in time. No, the Bandage Toss on to Nunu, but is just too far. They kited them way too close to the rest of the team, and they are going to have to back off on that, playing very cautious. But it looks like the reinitiation here from Team Solo Mid. Will he get in the bush? The odd one is just waiting to proc that absolutely, and he just goes on and off, really just slowing down the other team to initiate and support this fight to happen. Xpecial taking a lot of damage. Reginald back in the fight as well. Xpecial goes down by the hands of Westrice, and that's exactly what you're talking about. They're not able to focus Westrice. He gets a double kill there, and it looks like they will be able to run a triple kill from Westrice, and it looks like he is starting to clean up. Saucy being able to take a lot of damage from that turret.
TSM spot Westrice standing a little bit too far up in his lane and try to capitalize, but Epic look like a completely different team in this game.
Be very careful, but it looks like he may be chased down. A nice flash away, and the second time Reginald is thwarted on his Destiny ultimate, and it looks like they will continue to go into this one, and it's going to be Dan Din to initiate the ultimate coming out of the hands of Westrice. Will he continue? He has blinded Westrice, so he will not be able to get too many kills. They will be able to expend the Guardian Angels here. Westrice has, however, gone down. The absolute zero procced by Nunu. A nice kill by Darius there as we move back down to the fight. Xpecial looking to go down. Teemo has fallen once again as the Rain Man falls. Nice. A 1 for 3, and Epic is really turning this one in their favor. The tank from Dan Din and Darius is just too much to be shut down right now by TSM. They're using their front line of defense very well. A good stun on Annie. She's going to go head-to-head with Nunu. Slowed down a little bit, not even taking any damage from that Ice Blast. And we are going to see the odd one also going down in this situation. There's no way he's making out of the live. Whoop, flipping right back. And it was going to be Darius getting the kill on that one.
Epic set their sights on the Baron, and in the ensuing fight, Darius begins to show why his Singed is a pick to be feared.
Dan Din standing in a very defensive position there, trying to shield that damage from hitting Baron from the other side. TSM, can they do anything? Can they actually go in for a steal? Raymond positioning himself very aggressively, but no, the Baron goes to Epic, and Janna channeling her ulti. Wow! Cheox taking it down so very, very quickly. Diver's trying to run in there, but oh, there's the Raymond is still there in the river doing massive amounts of damage, taking out Dan Din. And oh, there is a nice little satellite, and Raymond is gonna get away. Salty chasing the odd one again, but Salty obviously outnumbered. He has to run, and the arrow, oh, that's not it. But a beautiful flash in from Twisted Fate here, who gets flung into the tower and into a Tibbers. Wow, that team play, amazing. Ash taking all that damage, and Singed is still out for blood. That Singed is not yet sated. And especially obviously
Another
dead
one.
down here. Is Singed gonna get there in time? Yes!
Very
Yes.
nice.
Wow.
As we hit the 47-minute mark, Epic have almost a 10,000 gold lead, so you'd think that the next fight would go their way pretty easily.
5, the Ash Arrow coming out onto double lift. That's exactly who they wanted to hit, and they will be able to take one out as their inhibitor responds. They feel a little bit more confident about this fight, and Dan will throw it on the ultimate, trying to focus out of Reginald as well as the Chaos. Chaos taking huge damage, and the Timber misses as he flashes out of that one. Great reflexes by Chaos, understanding the timing of how Annie wanted to do that. Salsi taken down by the hands of Rain Man, and it looks like this fight is actually going in favor of Team Solo Mid. Dyrus looks like he could go down here. He will continue to do the damage he can until the fight happens. And a very nice job, 4 down for Epic Gaming at this time, as Team Solo Mid may have just turned the tide of this game.
Thanks to a great Ash Arrow and some fancy footwork from Chaos, TSM are able to pick up an ace, Baron, and all of a sudden, that gold lead is not so big anymore.
He is being slowed and debuffed by KX, but he is going to go in an ultimate. Absolute Zero coming out as well. Dyrus jumps into the fight to take the brunt of the damage. Reginald goes down, but he will come up from his Guardian Angel, turning around. Westrice getting stunned by the yellow card. He's still chasing, trying to take down Reginald, and we are going to go to the middle of the fight now, as it looks like Reginald is able to make it away alive. Still a ton of damage being done. Dan trying to get out of the fight now, as they are thwarting that 3,000 HP. Now it turns onto Westrice, and everybody lives from TSM. A very nice focus and a very good escape so far. They are going to be able to instantly shut down Westrice as he gets back up.
With the gold lead now firmly in TSM's favour, it seems like the game is all but over. That is, unless Reginald ults into the enemy fountain.
Why fight off the turret? There is no reason to do so. Will Reginald come in on this one? And he chooses now, though he gets way too close to the fountain, and he goes down. Reginald finds himself in a sticky situation.
TSM are forced to retreat after that last play, and they find themselves having to defend their base 4 versus 5.
30 seconds for Reginald to get back into the game, and the inhibitor taking some damage, but being able to focus it there standing still is causing them to take a lot, and it looks like this may just be a stalemate on the inhibitor. Both teams are going to be forced to back, but no, Chaos taking down Dan the flash and ultimate coming out of the hands of Nunu, using the Zonias, but he will go down anyways in the valiant attempt to keep himself alive.
Wasting on Zonias as well, this is not good. Dyrus cannot 1v5 at this point, even though he's Singed. Yeah, Singed, what are you doing? And I believe this is game right now. TSM have this.
Against all odds, TSM managed to take down the enemy Nexus, knocking Epic out of the tournament and securing themselves a place in the losers bracket finals. Meanwhile, on the opposite side of the bracket, a rematch was about to take place. AAA versus Fnatic. In the group stage, Fnatic had lost in a convincing fashion, but over the course of this tournament, they'd found their footing, and momentum was on their side. Neither team is able to find their way onto the board until the 7th minute, where Fnatic try for a gank top.
Soaz is going to get jumped on, and there's the ult from Gragas. Ken Soaz taking up damage. He whiffs the body slam and the jump across the wall. He's taking a barrel to the face. Can they get it? Ignite will pick that one up. Shushay grabbing first blood despite Fnatic missing 2 of their skill shots.
The action continues to stay around top lane, when some beautiful play from Xpeke, Shushay, and Cyanide yield some more results for Fnatic.
We're going to see Moma coming in as well, and PK playing an amazing defensive game. Here comes Shushi, ultimate comes out, it will force Linak to go back, and Shushi going to be in a little bit of trouble there, was stunned down for a second. You see the push around from Jarvan as well, moving into this area. Barrel rolls in, amazing from Shushi, and Soaz just in range of that one, and that will be 2-0.
After taking top, Fnatic turn their attention toward the other parts of the map, and Shushay makes sure the first kill goes to him.
Momo kind of knows they're nearby. He's going to land a stun, some decent damage on the PK, but he could get jumped on. There's the ult, and there comes Shushay. Momo's going to get egged. 1,000 health right there, but oh wow, that's some damage out. But Momo going to get dropped down. Shushay KSing with his ultimate, saying, "Hey PK, I know you want, some kills, but I'm going to steal that one real quick."
Fnatic pick up Baron, and it starts to look like AAA have no way back into this one.
In good shape for this one, still half health. PK gonna jump in there onto Momo. Here comes the pushes around. Momo already getting egged. PK kind of low though. PK might be the first death that they have. Warwick still chasing him down, but they're gonna do a lot more damage here as everyone else tries to drop out. Kuja going to fall, and still PK will live right now. Lemmy's out though, getting chased out by Soaz and Yellowstar, and Cyanide taking a lot of damage, and they will get the kill onto Linak. PK staying alive just barely. Fnatic looking to take down the second turret, and now the Nexus.
Moving from one of the most dominant victories of the tournament so far into Game 2, against All Authority, a key keen to get on the board from the start.
Charge should be close to stun. There's the flash in. The double cast is off, and yes, PK does get stunned. The flash in from Linak. PK's stun has been used. He's going to get feared, and here comes the first blood. Yes, it will. Linak picking that one up. Soa's taking that one. Here's the fight up top, though. Shushay about to get egged by Momo. One more late waste. He hits it, and he can outrange that. He can outrange that. Momo can pick this one up. He's low on mana. He misses a late waste against an egg. Are you serious? Shushay low. Momo almost getting stunned.
Momo very quickly starts to regret not finishing off Shushay in his passive, as Cyanide decides he likes his chances against a top laner with no mobility.
They are 1-0 up, 7.5k against 6.8. Here comes Cyanide, will slide his way in there. Momo's surely going to go down. Brilliant wall from Shushay. It's 1-1, all tied up, 6:20 to go.
Fnatic look to utilize their momentum from the last few games, playing aggressively, but it doesn't quite work out the way they planned.
Will find Linak's position, and he's going to be in trouble here. He's got two against him. Will flash away. In comes the silence, but a brilliant wall off from Shushay, and actually the ultimate was pulled there as the Ice Arrow came flying by from Ash. Cyanide, though, the man that's in a whole host of trouble. He's got Ignite on him. Will he be able to survive? No, he won't. Tries to slide away, and Soaz will get that kill with Annie.
As we approach the 20-minute mark, the kills are relatively low compared to other games we've seen up until this point. But a nice engage from Linak's Nocturne sparks some action.
But this is a good play by Fnatic. They shoved out bottom lane, and they've taken control over the dragon. An arrow comes out, stuns Soaz in the face. The walls come out to try to block everyone out. Soaz still silenced. Nocturne going to jump in there, into the front onto Shushay. What kind of damage can they do? Well, Sona's going to make people dance. Melisande going to be the first to drop. Silent Fi dropping as well. Now Triple A going to push down. Will they pick up Ash? Linak getting slowed down by that team. And wow, Corki chasing now onto XPK. It is a 2 versus 0 trade. They're going to actually back out.
Some nice reflexes out of Linak allow another fight to break out in the mid lane. The longer this game goes on, the worse Fnatic's chances begin to look.
Triple A has actually killed one of the more inside ones. Ashore comes out. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Linak putting that spell shield on. Great reflexes. No 3 initiate, but there comes PK onto Soaz, but Soaz is safe, and this battle's looking good for Triple A. Momo taking a ton of damage, but he's still doing all right. Wow, Lammy Zealot goes down. Linak crushing faces. Melisande about to lose a second Oracle's Elixir, and there is the ult from Karthus. Pain is coming. Melisande very low, puts a heal on. Linak with no mana cannot put any more push into this. PK gonna push him backwards.
Against all authority start off the Baron, and with such a big lead, this might be Fnatic's only chance to mount a comeback.
And Fnatic are kind of poking around there. We will see the arrow coming in from Ash, and that's surely going to be the push in there, and it's great so far from against all authority. Moma trying to defend this one. Baron is going to be taken by against all authority, but there's only a couple against them there. In comes the ultimate. Obviously the egg will keep Shushay alive. I don't think Linak's got the damage output to get this one, and no, Shushay will come back up. Lamia has taken down Yellow Star. Are they going to push in for the kill? I'm not sure that they are, and we saw PK there just pushing around the corner. Corki downed, and 4 dead from against all authority. Maybe PK is going to go falling in. That was a very, very risky move. PK is still alive. How is he still alive? How is PK still alive? And now Linak is starting to do damage onto everyone else. I can't quite believe that PK managed to stay alive. There goes the skill shot. Ow! Oh no, and it falls just slightly short there of Linak.
Continuing with the focus on objectives, AAA start up the Baron, but Fnatic aren't going to let this one go so easily.
River area, and they are going to push in. Dragon is still alive, and Fnatic are going to steal that one. Nicely done from Fnatic. That was brilliant play, and getting themselves in there just in time. Question is now, how's the fight going to go? Arrow comes out from Ash. We have to be careful. PK very, very low. Moment is going to be trapped inside of the Cyanide ulti, and Cyanide has to flash away from that one. Bit of damage coming out onto Melisande as well. Linak, of course, did go down in and amongst all that one. So a 2 for 0 for Fnatic, plus the Dragon steal. That was a very, very nice one.
Whether it's the Season 1 World Championship or the current World Championship 14 years later, some things don't change. Sometimes, all you need is an Ash arrow to start a fight and break the game wide open.
And we actually see the arrow coming out here, and it is going to go out onto Soaz, and here is the big, big fight. This could decide what's going to happen in this game. First kill comes out for PK. Yellow Star is in the middle of it all, but he is surely a dead man. Will Valkyrie away? Kuja is so low. Ultimate comes out from Karthus. Are they going to follow up on this one? Surely they will. Yellow Star is still getting away, and they need to wall off, and there is a wall, and it's coming... slightly wrong position, unfortunately.
Seeing not only their gold lead, but their chances of staying in the tournament begin to slip away, AAA start up the next Baron. but Cyanide is a man on a mission.
Look at the vision right now. Fnatic knows, AAA knows they've been spotted now, but can they get it in time? It's going to be close, and I'm not quite sure it is yet. The fight has started, and it's grabbed by Fnatic. This is good shape for them. Let's see how this fight's going to turn out. Looks like Kuja already dead. Yellowstar getting crushed right now by Shushay and the rest, and this is looking so good for Fnatic right now. All AAA trying to run away. Great double knockup, and the ult going to block off two of them. Soa's going down. Moma and Linak both very low. Sana getting feared. He's going to walk back. Yellowstar and Linak, the only ones left alive. Looks like Moma will time out soon. The ult's going to go off and not pick up any kills. Oh, Linak almost dropping down to Cyanide, and that was a wonderful fight from Fnatic.
With the lead now firmly in the hands of Fnatic, Yellowstar and Linak decide to take matters into their own hands, finding Xpeke in the river.
She needs to not take an Ash Arrow. That is winning them the game right now for Fnatic. And Yellowstar going to find PK across the map. He's getting him down to half health already. He looks like he's not going to get jumped on. And there comes Nocturne as well, but the team is not ready for them. And there's the dance off on Linak. And here comes Jarvan putting out a ton of damage. The heal comes out. The Ash Arrow is going to hit nothing. And they're going to blow up XPK. And AAA is going to jump into the rest of this fight. Moma in the front. And looks like Yellowstar putting out tons of damage despite the exhaust. And Moma will die, but Cyanide getting kind of low, and wow, Yellowstar getting blown up. Lemmy Zealot will go down to the Cars' ultimate. That's going to be nice for them. Now, poor Kuja taking a ton of damage. Soa's taking a ton of damage. Cyanide FI in the middle of that one. Soa's putting a stun down. Linak nearby lands the Q, Shusha coming in, though, with giant stuns. Can he kill Linak? No, he will spell shield that, but the Ignite is ticking down, and the wall means the death. Great play by Shusha.
Linak finds another Nocturne ult into the backline, but the rest of AAA are finding it harder and harder to crack through Fnatic's defenses.
And here comes the darkness, and Kuja in the back. Linak jumping onto Lamia Zealot will fear him. Now jumping on Shushay. Shushay almost about to get egg, but won't quite do that. Linak still very low. Moma in the back. Soa's going to get blown up by Ash right now. And now Linak pulling back. Sanidify staying alive. Moma going to lose his life as well. Yellowstar getting very low. The ult comes out. Linak extremely low. So is Yellowstar. Linak trying to stay alive. Will he be able to? No. Cyanide FI comes in and picks up that kill. That is 3 for none, getting knocked up.
Fnatic pick up the next Baron and start their siege on AAA's inhibitor. Once again, Linak finds an engage. But will it be enough?
Minions, the backdoor bonus on that turret's going to be very hard for them to push around. The stun is good on a Momo. Here comes Linak in the front. PK taking a lot of damage. The dance coming out from Sona. Yellowstar in bad shape right now, getting blown up by that Jarvan. Looks like they're not going to pick up any more kills there. Linak trying to kill Melisson. Momo is down, and Shushay going to get the kill on that one. Looks like no one at all dying. Linak going to fall. Only one left alive is Kuja. It's going to be a 5-0 for Fnatic. They will win this series 2-0 almost definitely.
Fnatic take down the Nexus and secure their place in the grand final of the first ever League of Legends World Tournament. And the crowd is obviously very happy to be here. After being dropped into the losers bracket finals, AAA have to face TSM for a chance to rematch Fnatic, their European rivals. And so, just like we began with an NA versus EU showdown, we find ourselves here once again to determine who will face Fnatic in the grand final. Is it going to be an EU versus EU rivalry with a chance for AAA to get their redemption, or can the last hope of NA pull out a victory and get their own chance to face Fnatic? Game 1 goes the way of AAA. There's not really a high quality recording of this game, funnily enough. Nearly every other game has been documented in some way, shape or form, but not this one. But either way, Game 2 is much more interesting, and I want to highlight this one in particular for one main reason. Yellowstar, who's been primarily playing ADC this whole tournament, has made the switch to top lane for this game, and locked in AP Sion in the final of a world tournament. First blood comes from a fight in the bot lane, thanks to a Malzahar teleport and a nice Janna tornado.
Getting the teleport down at the bottom here. It's Momo that will be jumping, ulti out onto the Rain Man. Surely they'll be able to finish him off. Pushed back by Vayne, and Rain Man goes down. First blood for against all authority.
The game remains relatively quiet until the 10-minute mark, where all hell breaks loose under AAA's bot lane tower.
And we actually see the flash in from Special, and he's on the turret himself, which is obviously going to give him a lot of damage. Twisted Fate is going to come down as well. Kuja is going to struggle in this situation, but Soaz is focusing in now onto Reginald. Kuja did go down within all that. Special is super low as well, and we're seeing Linak try his best to get this one, and actually we're going to see Rain Man go very low from that tower damage. In comes Sion, the kill comes out. Special is very low as well, and Yellowstar is starting to move his way over there. Let's see what he can pull off, and Special did manage to get around. Stun, of course, coming out as well. The blast comes in from Linak, but Special will get himself out of that fight without dying.
Against All Authority turned their attention to Reginald, who's stuck under his tower, and the combination of the point-and-click suppression from Malzahar and the point-and-click stun from Sion is truly disgusting.
On this one, here we go. Yellow Star will get the stun in. Can they get in on time? Yeah, there we see the suppression coming out, and Reginald is dead. It's Momo that picks up the kill. Nicely done from Against All Authority. That gives them back that 2-kill lead.
Reginald manages to ult all the way from top to bot lane for a gank. Of course, on this patch, Twisted Fate's ultimate was still truly global. A couple of months after this tournament, it was reduced to 5500 range, and with moments like this, you can really see why.
And there comes Reginald, going to jump down onto the bottom lane, and they have found Kuja, and Kuja not going to be happy about that one. Puts a shield on herself, but that should be a kill. They do pick that one up, but now Chaos going to get jumped on, potentially in a 1v3. The knob comes off, and yes, they pick up Moma. The odd one coming in on that one. Yellowstar now getting slowed down by the Lizard Buff. Chaos should have a Rupture available soon. That will land, but he will flash it instead. Great play there. They managed to kill Kuja, which means an Oracles is gone. 3v0 at the bottom turret. Wonderful play by TSM, bringing the advantage back to 400 gold down.
With Sion finishing his death cap, AAA start looking for a fight. TSM, however, came well prepared.
Cho is kind of locked off right here. This could be a lot of damage, but will Flash has to burn that, so a little bit out of position there, but they've equalized those turret counts. Now what will they do? Because Yellowstar is actually out of mana pretty much. That's going to be kind of a big deal, especially taking a lot, but will pop the ultimate. You should be safe for now. Momo going to jump on, but not getting a lot from that absolute zero either. And where's the team fight? Looks like the Odd One is the one taking damage. Soa's getting away pretty safely. Odd One almost dead, but won't quite die. A giant pulver is going to keep him up, and they will make it out there. The Rayman still coming around the back. Leonok taking some damage. Soaz, oh, he could die to ignite. No, the shield comes up and saves him just in time. Reginald will he pick one up with this? Everyone is low. Everyone is low, but they can't quite get one. Looks like no, Reginald shows up, and Leonok will go down, but Reginald will follow immediately afterwards. Soaz and Nunu went down, so Nunu and Vayne dropped. For one, that was beautiful. Well played by Reginald, baited the team in.
Despite TSM having more kills, AAA remain ahead in gold thanks to leading in towers and farm. Xpecial finds a nice route around the side, looking for a fight to close the gap.
They're going to keep chasing down the Odd One very, very far in front, taking a ton of damage right there. And there we go, the push onto Soaz, and Soaz almost definitely going to drop down. And here comes the rest of the push. Absolute Zero is on from Nunu. That's going to hurt, but it's okay so far. Rayman going to push onto Leonok. He's taking a lot of damage. Down to the bottom, looks like KX will get that kill.
TSM immediately turn their attention towards Baron, but all this does is give Soaz a chance to flex his Vayne mechanics.
They will lose a turret for this, and AAA will almost definitely go for the inhibitor right afterwards. And wow, Vayne and Nunu are coming. They're gonna keep trying to delay that recall, and if they can do enough damage, the blind is out from the Rayman. Here comes the Ice Blast. Rayman taking a ton of damage from Soaz. Soaz will pick up that kill, though he is low. The Baron down to about a quarter health. The Odd One taking a lot of damage. KX not picking up the kill onto Soaz. The Odd One probably going to die to Leonok. He's trying to gain health, but Leonok will throw out an Ice Blast, and yeah, I guess he'll be okay.
Against All Authority look to siege TSM's respawning inhibitor, and Yellowstar, with a recently purchased Deathfire Grasp, begins to show the power of AP Sion.
Obviously that shield from Yellowstar will finish pretty much all those minions off, but we will actually see the fight coming in now, and Xpecial will be blown away by that ulti from Janna. Chaos is the focus of a lot of damage, and it's Linak who's in there. Now could be in trouble. He gets himself stunned. Xpecial still causing some problems. He is going to be focused down. Surely will be killed. Yes, he will be. And now we see Against All Authority pushing in for even more kills. Reginald is surely going to have to back away. Xpecial does go down. Yeah, Reginald will back away. That inhibitor will fall.
AAA take down TSM and find themselves in a rematch against Fnatic for an all-European Grand Final. This series, of course, marks the third encounter between these two European teams, with AAA taking the first series and Fnatic taking the second. Not only will the victor of this series be crowned the victor of this particular rivalry, but they'll also walk away as the first ever League of Legends World Champion. The first match of this series is also unfortunately lost media. All we know is that Fnatic took out the victory. However, Game 2, well, that's a much different story. Both teams meet in the mid lane at the start of this game for one of the most Season 1 moments of all time.
Look at them walking back and forth, and the dance party. There we go, the dance party. Nice, nice. So I was putting that dance off.
There is also, of course, this special moment, which, if nothing else, will warm your heart to see just how far League as a game has come.
As I was talking about, if you want Fnatic to win this best of 3, if you want them to win the tournament, let me hear you cheer in the audience, cheer at home, cheer whatever you're doing. Make some noise for Fnatic if you want them to win.
This is quite a favorite.
Okay, and if you want the French team against all authority to take this one out and come back from loser bracket and win this series and win the Season 1 championship, leave it here if you want AAA to win.
Yes, there's still a few. Indeed, the Dream Arena is packed with over 1,200 people at this point in time. We have about 80 to 90 people sitting in front of us right now.
The game stays silent until the 11-minute mark, where Linak on Jarvan makes his way to the mid lane.
Going to be an ultimate from Jarvan, and it may not need it. The Aurelia doing her ultimate, and there it is, first blood. And it looks like it is going to be Jarvan falling, or Brand falling down, Shushay, to the hands of Jarvan.
Doing all he can to keep Against All Authority's tournament dreams alive, Linak again finds a nice angle onto one of the Fnatic solo laners.
He's going to be in range. Here comes Linak. The ult goes off. Looks like Flash is not up, so the damage up. But he misses the stun, actually. Pika doing a great job. Oh. And actually, the wall is beautiful from Anivia. He will ult onto Momo, do some nice damage there, but he will drop down. PK going to fall. Linak 2-0 now in the game.
22 minutes in, and there's still only 2 kills on the board, but all it takes to change that is a single Ashe arrow.
Here from Fnatic as they move 3 people towards mid. A nice arrow going on to Melisande. We heard that hit. Melisande could be going down here. Nice ult from Sona, and they're going to be able to focus her down quite quickly. That is a 3-0 now in favor of Against All Authority as they look to take this to a second game.
Soaz hits the teleport button, and AAA look determined to keep their world's dreams alive with a beautiful team fight.
Yeah, they may here. Jarvan is trying to back up, and he's going to try to take the
teleport from
damage. And we see the arrow coming out onto Lamia's. Very nice job there. Staying alive, but no, Corki goes down. As trying to fire off the arrows, the first one doing that critical, the ultimate going on to Shushay there, focusing Brand with the double ult, and it seems like, oh no, it is still going, a little bit of glitch on the stream there, and we are going to see with the XPK getting taken down by Yellowstar. Great job with Ashe on the focus of the mage. XPK definitely need to be taken down in that fight. Brand will also go down. Janna falling to the ground by the hands of Soaz. Yellowstar rather, getting a double kill within this fight, following Rammus all the way. Cyanide now looking to taunt one of them within the turret range. He's still going to be able to go down. They have now taken down the ace 25 minutes into the game. Against All Authority is doing an amazing job right now.
If there's one thing that we've learned from watching these games though, it's that you can never count Fnatic out when they're behind.
Putting towards what looks like a Banshee's Veil, and actually got that health crystal, and they're pushing it onto the turret. The damage output is strong. Yellowstar getting low, and there's Cyanide at 5, getting that taunt, and wow, Brand's damage output is huge right there. Linak jumping in, gonna drop as well. 2 kills for nothing. Cyanide is low, but a great fight from Fnatic. They're gonna keep chasing now. Kuja gonna take a nice, huge combo right there, and gone is Sona. 3 for nothing. Fnatic coming back strong.
A beautiful Anivia stun into Ashe arrow opened the floodgates under Fnatic's tower, and AAA's ever-mounting gold lead begins to look like an insurmountable obstacle.
Will they be able to take this turret? They're putting out a lot of pressure, and the Ashe arrow coming in huge. A beautiful Anivia wall coming out, and they're able to take down Brand. Shushay falls. He will not be able to help his team. Melisande also goes down. Against All Authority, putting on a clinic here just under the turret of Fnatic.
Fnatic barely hold on to their nexus, but Against All Authority keep up the pressure, now empowered by Baron, and look to send the series into a decider.
As they come in, double buff, 1 for Aurelia, 2 for Yellowstar. Here comes the initiation. They are not going to stop on this one, I don't think. And something's going to be big. Somebody has to overextend. The damage being done to the Nexus, so much. It's already at half health in a matter of seconds. And there it is, the first game going to Against All Authority. And the underdogs pull themselves up from the lower bracket to bring it, as you said, to that final game point for either team.
Yep. There is 1 game to go. 1 single game will decide the winner of the entire Season 1 championship.
This Game 3 decides everything. The winner of the tournament, and who will be walking away with the $50,000 prize for first place. This is the do or die game. Shushay, who's had an incredible tournament so far, is willing to step up and be the hero that Fnatic needs.
Moving in, let's see if he can grab this.
He does land the Seer. They're going for the attack, and they will be able to take it down. Shushay picking up the first kill, and it is going to be a little bit of a change from last time. Shushay was the first one to go down, and he's going to repay that favor.
Both teams play reserved until the next Dragon forces a team fight. With both sides looking so evenly matched, this fight could determine the winner of an entire tournament.
There is some ward control. You can see the red dot over Kuja's head, and they are looking to make something happen here. Warwick going out. Looks like they were able to get out of that as Warwick did not really suppress with his ultimate. The Janna ult coming out. Yellowstar just staying alive, but he will go down by the hands of XPK there, as you see. And it looks like Fnatic is going to be doing a lot of damage as XPK picking up a double kill now. And Fnatic is really taking control of this fight. A 3rd kill coming out in the hands of XPK for the triple. And we will see that Moma and Kuja are forced to back up.
With Against All Authority taking space on the bottom side of the map, Fnatic look to equalize on the top side, but things don't go quite as planned.
Top Malzahar is being thwarted into the bush, trying to lose the vision, but Clairvoyance goes down. The null zone is missed, and he may be able to flash out of this one, taking a lay waste, but he lives with just about 100 HP left. It's going to be a big focus fight here, and it looks like Karthus will be ulted on. He is still alive, and he will be able to cast for an amount of time. Will Sowers go down? Momo will definitely go down. Sowers living, and Warwick could come in with the suppression. Will he be able to take him out? Popped up, and he stops the Warwick ultimate. Cyanide being thwarted right inside the turret range. Will he be able to take him out? Was this a bad decision for Cyanide? And a beautiful job by Linak coming in to save the life of Aurelia.
Fnatic start up the dragon, and AAA make the choice to trade it for mid tower. A peaceful trade, until an Ash Arrow flies in, starting a team fight.
AAA's going to go for a turret instead. Yeah. That's pretty smart.
Well, gold for gold there, and it's going to be experienced. The Ash Arrow coming out, hitting, and we are going to have to see who takes the brunt of this force. A lot of damage going down to XPK. Karthus is put out of the fight already. They are going to have to get out of that wake and try to fight separately from that, which will separate the team. Karthus all coming down, doing a ton of damage. Moma focused on this one. He does have the blood scent on. Warwick able to get there. Moma trying to do something, but he goes down as you saw Warwick take him, and the blood scent is just going to stop. A very nice sear through the side of the wall from Shushay. Great skill shot direction and very nice reflexes to get that kill in their favor.
Fnatic find themselves a pick, but against all authority waste no time in finding a trade.
They actually could have stopped that, but the Ash Arrow coming by. Wow. Here comes the team on the left-hand side, and that is damage on the Corki. Corki will fall. Fnatic going to keep trying to chase down. Will they be able to catch up on Kuja? A slow will land, but up there is Jarvan, who's going to try to blow up Melisande. Can he get it? He's got Oracle, who's getting healed by himself. Yes, Leonard will pick that one up. Lemmy is out kind of low. Leonard going to be saved by Jonna, but the rest of the team coming in. Shushay going to not hit a W. Going to keep chasing on to Soros, but Soros looks pretty safe right now. 1 kill per side. Yellowstar dying is not great, but they did manage to kill the Oracles off of Melisande, so...
With both teams neck and neck, Fnatic start looking for some river control around Baron, but once again, it's the Ash Arrow that kicks things off.
And they're getting ready to finish it. The wall comes out. The arrow's going to land on a Yellowstar. He will not cleanse it. And here comes the fight. Jarvan in the middle, jumping onto War, getting pushed back. PK getting crusherized right there. Yellowstar getting the credit there. They're going to jump onto this Aurelia. Aurelia will die. The Cardinals are going off. Not getting a kill, but getting them low. Can they pick up Moma? He is the one in front, but wow, Shushay dropping to Moma. And now Cyanide having to run away. Lenak doing a good job here. They are still chasing down. Jonna getting the slow off. They're trying to run away. 1 kill versus 2. AAA did come out ahead there.
Kuja picks up an Oracle's elixir and begins clearing wards in the river around Baron. Maybe, just maybe, this leads against all authority into a false sense of security.
And Freak, I think we are going to see a rush Baron here, and they will be able to get it. Everybody is out of place. They really don't have any vision on against all authority right now, so a very good sixth sense of being able to take this, and it looks like they will be able to grab it.
Yep, they do see him coming, but it's going to be too little too late. They have gotten the Baron grab, and here we go. The fight is on. The arrow is good. The ult, unfortunately, whips from Brand. Leonak in the front. Soaz has dove onto Lemmy as well. They shook over Soaz. He will flash over the wall. Not be able to reinitiate very well, but Fnatic stuck in the back in this Baron pit. PK getting extremely low. They're trying to kill Leonak. Will they get this one? Looks like they will pick that one up, but now looks like the deaths are about to come in. Lemmy is out, getting crushed by Soaz. Soaz will fall first. Yellowstar running away to the left-hand side, and now they're going to jump onto Kuja. Kuja will fall. Everyone's still alive from Fnatic. 3 dead from AAA. Malzahar will blue pill back, and now Corki getting caught. No. Shushay picking that one up. 4+ Baron for nothing.
Fnatic begin their siege on the inhibitor turret, and Cyanide and Shushay find themselves maybe a little too far behind enemy lines.
DPS in there, so no big tank for AAA. Oh wow, the nice damage out there on Lemmy's out, but he will cleanse that away. Yellowstar getting blown up by Brand right there. One more tick will hurt him, and Cyanide and Fire will pick that one up as Warwick. A great flash picking that one. And Aurelia gets stumped. Cyanide still getting low, getting chased down by Aurelia. Shushay having to flash almost as to a turret. He will go to a turret. Cyanide goes down as well. A good switch back there. Lamia Zealot and Melisande having to run away right there. Soaz doing a wonderful job keeping themselves alive.
With Baron back on the map, Fnatic start threatening to take it, but against all authority have no intention of letting them get it for free this time.
And they are finding him on that right side. The ultimate going out, not somebody they want to focus on. Crystalero wasted onto Linak, and we're going to see who's going to be able to do the most damage here. Sona throwing out the crescendo. They will be just dancing around. They're going to focus Aurelia here, and they go for the suppression, but she gets the stun on Warwick right as he does his ultimate. She falls down in the null zone. A very nice job by Brand. Lamia taking down Linak, and it looks like 3 have now fallen for AAA. Moma also going down. Huge damage. There goes Corki. Could they go for the ace? Warwick will find it, and this could be a final push for Fnatic.
Fnatic used the momentum from this fight to dismantle the AAA base, and now finally decide it's time to take the Baron.
As AAA will walk up across the map, they have found Fnatic. They're going to come into this fight, and there we go. The battle will start. Demacia is yelled. Linak in front, going to take some damage. Momo already blowing up PK, and Linak actually living right here. What will the damage be? Soa's in the front. Soa's going to take a lot of damage. Wow. Will not quite yet die. Momo getting blown up by Shushe. That will be a kill, and that's a looks like 2 for 1. Yellowstar getting away. Linak no health. Kuja quite down as well. Shushe going to land the W, missing the Q, but Ash lands a slow. Can Kuja fall? Minions are in the base as well. Looks like they're just going to stop and go for the inhibitor instead. Cyanide will face tank this turret. The team is nearby. PK is dead, but there are 2 dead opponents, and the rest are healing. So they're going to get this turret. They're going to move on to the inhibitor. They have super minions in the base. Turrets are low. They're going to get the inhib, and they're going to keep moving forward. 4v3 in the enemy base. Jana will shield the turret. They're just going to jump onto this turret right now. Cyanide FI taking the damage. He's going to be okay with this. 1 turret is down. They're going to back off for now. Linak taking a lot of damage from Ash. 300 damage. Crits are out there. That was 1 turret dead, 2nd turret dead. Fnatic going to win the Season 1 championships if they can hold on. This Nexus will go down. Congratulations to Fnatic winning the Season 1. GG.
GG indeed.
Well played.
Showing strong, able to come out, having to use a sub in the beginning because of delayed fights, and still keeping their composure with We Will Failure, and then getting XPK as
failure.
We Will Failure. That's
failure. You said failure.
I said failure.
And just like that, Fnatic are crowned the winners of the Season 1 League of Legends World Championship.
Do you see this one? Do you see this man right next to me? First of all, let's get one thing out of the way right away. He is not actually my son. No rumor. I'm sorry, I didn't want to break it to you this way, but please just be strong for the rest of the interview. We love you the same, even though you've been slightly adopted and I never met you before.
I hate you.
I know.